Hi guys, this is Sir Tabigue and welcome to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And today, I'm gonna give you tips, or I'm gonna teach you some tips on how to answer multiple choice questions, or somehow we call it regular multiple response questions. Alright, so what are we waiting for? Check this out. Tips for answering regular multiple response questions, or somehow we call it multiple choice, like board exam, college entrance exam, scholarship exam, and etc. In regular multiple response questions, the correct answer is given to you plus 3 or 4 options that are designed to distract or confuse you. Thus, we can apply logical reasoning in quickly spotting the correct answer even without going through a standard mathematical calculation. Tip number 1. Test the numbers and the options in answer to the question. If all the options in answer to our regular multiple response questions are integers, you may be able to pick the correct answer by transposing each of the possible choices back into the problem until you get the number that fits. For example, if 2 raised to 2x minus 1 equal to 32, then x is equal to blank. So first option we got 2, second option we got 3, third option 4, fourth option 5, and fifth option 6. So here's how it gonna work. Since one of the options given is the correct value of x, now substitute each option for x and calculate until you find the integer that makes 2 raised to 2x minus 1 would equal to 32. You may be able to save time by starting in the middle value, or the option 3, in place of x. If the option makes the value of 2 raised to 2x minus 1 too large, try the smaller number, option 2 or 1. In this case, eliminate option 3, 4, and 5. Similarly, you should eliminate options 1, 2, and 3 if the value of the option 3, which is the middle value, makes the value of 2 raised to 2x minus 1 too small. So replace x with 4, which is the middle option 3. Now if x is equal to 4, then 2 raised to 2x minus 1 will become 2 raised to 7. And the answer would be 128. Now if we try to compare this 128 to the correct answer, which is 32, this is too large. Now if it is too large, as what we mentioned earlier, we need to eliminate the option 3 and the options that are larger than the number 4, which is in the option 3. So we eliminate option 3, option 4, and option 5. Now we need to try the smaller option or value. Since the correct value for x must be smaller than 4, try option 2. If option 2 does not work, the correct answer must be option 1. Now let's try. Try using 3, which is the option 2, in place of x. Now if x is equal to 3, then 2 raised to 2x minus 1 will be equal to 2 raised to 5. And 2 raised to 5 is equal to 32. So the correct answer is option 2. Now again, as what we mentioned earlier, if this option 2 is not the answer, or is not the correct answer, then the answer must be in option 1 in order for us to save time. Tip number 2. Convert variable letter answers into numbers and test them. If you are not sure in answering a multiple response question in which the choices contain letter values instead of numbers, substitute the letters with numbers. Example, if b plus c is an odd number, when b and c are positive integers, which expression always represents an even number? First option, b minus c. Second option, b squared plus c squared. Third option is the quantity of b plus c, that being powered by 2. Fourth option is b squared minus c squared. Fifth option is the quantity of bc, that being powered of 2 or by 2. So here's how. Substitute simple small numbers for b and c to make b plus c an odd number. So let b is equal to 2 and c is equal to 1. Then b plus c is equal to 3, and 3 is an odd number. Now try the 5 options one by one. Again, we advise to use simple small numbers like 2 and 1. B is equal to 2 and C is equal to 1. You can also interchange these numbers, so you have B equal to 1 and C equal to 2. It depends on you. Now let's continue. So option 2, B squared plus C squared is equal to 2 raised to 2 plus 1 raised to 2. It will become 4 plus 1. It will equal to 5. So the answer is odd number. So this option is incorrect. Option 3, b plus 2, or the quantity of b plus 2 that being powered by 2 is equal to the quantity of 2 plus 1 that being powered by 2. So after substituting the numbers, so we got 3 raised to the power of 2. Then we have 9. Still the answer is odd number, so therefore this is incorrect option, or the option is incorrect. Now option number 4, b squared minus c squared, we substitute same numbers. We have 2 raised to 2 minus 1 raised to 2. We have 4 minus 1. Then we have 3. Then still we have odd number, so this option is incorrect. Now the last option is the quantity of BC that being powered by 2. Now equal to 2 times 1 that being powered by 2. So we have 2 raised to 2, and the answer is 4. And the only even number, so therefore this option number 5 is the correct answer. Tip number 3. Scrap the answers that seem or are downright impossible. Example, if negative 1 is lesser than x and x is lesser than 0, which of the following statements is always true? First option, we have x cubed lesser than x squared lesser than x. Our second option is x lesser than x squared lesser than x cubed. Third option, we got x cubed lesser than x squared. Fourth option, we have x lesser than x cubed lesser than x squared. And fifth option, we have x squared lesser than x cubed lesser than x. Here's how it works. If x is negative, then x squared is positive and x cubed is negative. Why? Remember that the value of x is in between by negative 1 and 0, so therefore our x is negative. Then if we try to square the negative, it will become positive, so therefore our x squared is positive. Then if we try to multiply it again by the negative, which is the value of x, the answer will be negative, or meaning the x cubed is negative. Since x squared is positive, meaning it is larger than x and x cubed. Since the correct answer must have the form blank lesser than the blank lesser than x squared, option 1, 2, and 5 should be eliminated for being false. You can now guess from the 2 remaining options 3 and 4, or you can try substituting numbers for x to find out which one, the option 3 or 4, is the correct one. Thus, if x is equal to negative 1/2, then x squared is equal to negative 1/2 squared, or equal to 1/4. X cubed will equal to negative 1/2 times negative 1/2 times negative 1/2, and will equal to negative 1/8. Since negative 1/2 is lesser than negative 1/8, x is less than x cubed. So the pattern would be x lesser than x cubed lesser than x squared. So the correct answer is option 4. Before you start solving, look at the 5 options. The types of numbers or the forms of the answer options could help you decide on a way to solve it. For instance, if there are whole numbers in the question and there are decimals or fractions in the answer options, you may have to divide in your solution to arrive at the answer. Keep in mind that if one of the 5 answer options looks like different from the other 4, that odd one is rarely the correct answer. For instance, if the 5 options are look at the picture, then option 5 is probably not correct, for it is the only option that does not involve pi and does not include the sum or difference of two terms. If you think you have solved a problem correctly but your answer is not among the 5 options, try writing your answer in equivalent form. If, for instance, you do not find 3 over 2, look for 1 and 1/2 or 1.5. If you do not find 2a plus 4, look for 2 multiplied to the quantity of a plus 2 and etc. Again, this is Sir Jeffrey John Tabigue, and thank you so much for watching our video, and congratulations in advance in your future exam. I hope you can make it. Bye bye. God bless.